70-degree weather we're going to see for a while.
You know, most likely. However, I'm not going to say it straight up because we thought last 70-degree day was going to be one of our last of the season. So, yeah, fingers crossed, right? But man, we have been so warm today. Those winds coming in from the south thanks to a warm front just blasting through. And like you said, the leaves blowing around there in Quarry Hill. And I'm glad to see that people still got out and about despite the uncomfortable southern winds. They're no big deal, right? However, they are causing a bit of a stir. You can see south of Rochester, this amazing skyline here with the clouds beginning to bubble. Let's go over to Mason City now where we can see exactly what's going on with those clouds. Very dark and even quite a bit of rain coming down, even some lightning to be seen around the area. We'll take a peek at that in just a moment. But first, where are the temperatures? We're still in the 70s. Although it is dark and stormy in Mason City, it is 73 degrees right now. The same in Rochester. We're experiencing a little less of that cloud cover. 72 in Austin, Albert Lee, Charles City as well. Charles City probably one of the closest to a lot of that stormy activity. All of us taking a hit from where we were this time just yesterday, which is unbelievable to think about considering how warm we are even now. Current wind speeds though continue to be strong. 29-mile-per-hour winds in Rochester, 30 in Dodge Center. Look at that, Mankato at 33, seeing quite a bit of red on the map. So there's those uncomfortable winds as mentioned, and because of that warm front coming through. Because of those strong winds though, a wind advisory remains in effect until early Monday morning, and you can see even slipping into the overnight. This is 2 a.m. We're still dealing with sustained winds around that 20+ mile-per-hour mark with gusts even higher. Now let's talk about the storms we saw on the live eyes. You can see as of right now, most of the activity is just south of the border, but continues to make its way north, pushing up from that warm front. We'll zoom in into some of the activity going on just west of Northampton. Hampton probably seeing tons of lightning here to the west. Charles City seeing a bunch of the lightning to the east, of course, and Mason City as we saw some of the dark clouds as well, starting to see some of that lightning flare up. This is generally the threat we do see for the rest of the evening hour, all thanks to the big setup. Here is that warm front I mentioned, kind of dragging in some of that moisture from the Gulf, if you can believe it, making it this far north. I'm also keeping an eye on this right here. The cold front, quite a bit of activity ahead of that. That will be passing us as well and bringing even more chances for rain our way. So Sky Tracker 3 kind of keeps things pretty active here as we do slip into the rest of the evening hours. This is around 8 p.m. You can see quite a bit of activity, especially more of that orange-red color that we see across North Iowa, kind of making its way northward as it does. That's when some of the stormiest activity moves out, but we're not done with the rain quite yet. The rain chances will be off and on here as we slip through the overnight hours. Here is the cold front. You can see it starting to change the winds, making things a little smoother, but as it does bring another round for more rainfall, more showers. This is around 8 a.m. on Monday. And as I keep pushing time forward, we're going to see it's going to be a relatively rainy day for our Monday, cloudy day as well, as these rain chances actually begin to pick up a little bit more, at least in the shower side when we head into Monday evening. As for the severe weather threat, well, the higher threat does remain to the west of us in the yellow here. However, the majority of us are still in a level 1 risk, isolated damaging winds, as well as the fact that we could be seeing some large hail. Tonight, temperatures will remain warm, 64, but as mentioned, isolated storm chances and breezy conditions. And a quick check of the 7-day forecast for the weekend is always in view, does show that as that front passes through, the rainy Monday turns into a cooler rest of the week as temperatures fall back to the 50s. Alex.
Thank you, Sarah. With election